Hello everyone, in this video we will see how to make this Cinemagraph that you can see in here using Adobe Photoshop. But before we're gonna do that, make sure to subscribe and comment and leave a like. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, so let's go and open Photoshop, and then I will go to open the model image that we'll be using. Alright, so the first thing we are going to do is to make a selection of the model itself. But before we're going to do that, I will make a copy of the background, and let's call this model. And then I will go to the object selection, and I will choose select object or subject. Alright, as you can see, we have a decent selection, so I'm just going to apply it as a layer mask, and I will hide this layer for now. Now I want actually to make a selection of the model, but for it to be removed from the background. So I will switch to the lasso tool, and I will make a selection outside like that. Make sure that you are not near the model or the object that you want to remove, something like that. And then I'm going to press Shift F5 on my keyboard, and this in the content in here, make sure to set it to content aware and leave everything in here the same and press OK. Alright, now I'm going to deselect by pressing Ctrl Command D, and we have the background and the model separated. Now we'll apply a little bit of blur. I mean, it's already blurred, but I want it to be blurred more than this, so I will go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Yeah, something like this, I think it would work, 15 pixels, and I'll press OK. Alright, now we'll go back and turn on the model image. And actually, let's go and import the video that we'll be using. So we'll take it and open it in here. And as you can see, it will open as a smart object. So I want this actually to be flipped. So I'm just going to right click and choose flip vertical. And I want it to be down in here. So let's put down the opacity a little bit. And let's put it just right here. Maybe make it bigger to fit the canvas. Yeah. Something in the center, just like that. Maybe a little bit down. Yeah, I think I like this, and I will want to click on this check mark. Alright, now I want the video to be inside the silhouette of the model selection that we created. And to do that, you can easily just by copying the layer mask that we have in here by pressing Alt or Option. I will one click while I'm pressing Alt or Option and drag this layer mask on the video. And there we go, we have the same selection set to the video itself. Alright, now I want to make another copy of the model, so I will select it, and I'm going to press Ctrl Command J, and I will take this copy and put it on top. And then I will change this blending mode of it to lighten. Alright, next, I want to delete some details from the video. So to do that, I will go back to the video layer mask that we have in here, and I'm going to press B on my keyboard, and I will delete a little bit in this part. Alright, and I also want to delete this alien from the image itself, so I will go back to the model copy that we have, and I will select its layer mask, and using black as my foreground color, I will delete this alien that we have, just like that. But as you can see, we have the video set to 50%, so I'm going to make sure that it's 100%. And there we go, we have a really nice double exposure for a video in here. Alright, now I want us to blend this sky with the background. And to do that, I will go back to my background in here, and I will create a solid color on top. So I will go to Adjustment and choose Solid Color. And I will sample the same color that we have. Something like that, and I will press OK. Alright, now I want a little bit from the background that we have under in here to be shown too. To do that, we need to delete from the color field that we have. So I will go to my gradient, and I have in here the gradient set to color to transparent in a linear mode. So I will one click and drag, and this will delete from the top in here because I have black as my foreground color. And there we go, we have a really nice gradient set between the video and the other building that we have in the background. Now before we're gonna fix the video to be looped in a good way, I want actually to make another copy of the video. So we select the video in here and I'm gonna press Ctrl Command J, and I will take the copy and I'll put it on top of the color fill. And then I will right click on its layer mask and choose delete layer mask. And there we go, we have a really big video now. Now I'm gonna apply another layer mask, and then using the same gradient, I will one click and drag to delete from the top, just like that, to make it blend with the other buildings. Alright, now I'm gonna change the blending mode of this to soft light. And then I'm gonna apply the same amount of blur that we did, so I will go to filter, blur, and I will choose Gaussian blur. I will keep it set to 15 and I will press OK. And maybe drop down the opacity around 70%. Alright. Now we can go ahead and try to fix the looping of the video. So I will double click on the video because it's a smart object. It will open in a new tab. And for us to fix the video, we need to open the timeline. So I will go to Window and choose Timeline. And there we go, we have our timeline in here. Now I want this to be looped in a good way, which means I want the same frame to be the one that it began from, to be the one that it ended from. And to do that, we're gonna make another copy of the video, and then I will go to the half of the video and I will cut it just like that. Now we have the same frame set in the end and the beginning of this. So this frame is matching this frame. So to make them match in the while they are playing, we need to take this frame and put it right here, and the other frame we need to put it in the end. And then I'm gonna make this duration a little bit shorter, and this one too. And I will apply a fade in the end of them for both this one and for this one. And now we have a really nice video that will fade to loop in a good way. Alright, now I'm gonna close this and please make sure to press yes to save. Alright, now for us to see a preview of this, we need to create video timeline, but we're not going to do it now because I want to apply another video in here. So I will go back to my folder and I will choose this sparkles video, and this one I will put it on top of everything, and I'm gonna press Ctrl Command T and rotate it and maybe make it smaller like that, and change the blending mode of it to either lighten or screen. Let's go for lighten. Yeah, I think it looks really cool like that, matching the hair. Alright, and I will one click on this check mark. Alright, for this one we don't have to loop it because it's only sparkles flying around, but maybe I will put down the opacity a little bit to like 75%. Alright, now the last thing that we are going to do before we're gonna preview all of this is to add a little bit of adjustment. So to do that, we will go to adjustment and choose levels, and I will go to the RGB and choose red. I will add a little bit of red with a little bit of cyan, and then I will go to the green and I would add a little bit of magenta because of the hair. That's a little bit, maybe a little bit of green too, and the blue, add a little bit of blue with a little bit of yellow. Then we'll go back to the RGB and try to play with the midtones, just like that. Alright, we have a really nice color in here. Now, the other thing that I want to add is the color fill. So I will go and choose solid color, and I will add this vintage yellowish color, something like that, and I will press OK. And then I will change the blending mode of it to exclusion, and I will drop down the opacity to 14%. Yeah, something like that, maybe a little bit less. Alright, I think we are looking good to go and preview this. So I will open the timeline again, and I would choose create video timeline. Then I will make it bigger, And as you can see in here, all the other layers, they are not matching the videos. So I will make sure that everything in here is matching with the duration. It's very important. This one too. And there we go. We can go ahead and preview this before we're gonna render it. And there we go. As you can see, we have our preview. I will go and fade this a little bit better, and then we can go ahead and render it. I think it looks really neat. Alright, so I'm just gonna pause this. Then I will go where I want to fade this a little bit more. In this video in here, let's hit B for brushes and bring down the opacity a little bit. I will delete a little bit in the shoulders and in here too. That's a little bit. All right. And the other thing I want to do is to drop down the opacity of this second video that we have to 50%. All right. I think it will look really nice like that. And now we can go ahead and render this. But before we're gonna do that, I want to crop this a little bit to meet the proportion that I want to be used at. I want it to be as a square, so we'll go and choose square, something like that. All right, I think that's right in the center. It will look really cool. And I will one click on this check mark. Now feel free to leave it as you want, but for me, I want it to be like this. So now I can go and choose File, Export, and then Render Video. Alright, now before we're gonna do anything, make sure that the size in here is matching what you have in here. As you can see, it's not matching because this is like an Ultra HD size. So for me, I want to be like maybe 2000 by 2000 in the size. Alright, and then I'm gonna choose a folder. Let's keep it in the same tutorial folder, and you can name it to, let's say, Cinemagraph or something. Okay, and I would keep everything in here set the same, high quality, H.264, and I will click render. Alright, well, that was fast. Right now we have our video, so let's go ahead and play it. So it's this one. And there we go, we have a really nice Cinemagraph that will play in a loop. Alright, so I hope that you enjoy and you like this tutorial and it was a little bit helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe and comment, and wait for more to come, and have a nice day. Thank you for watching.